Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you when this reaches you. My name is Misty. I am a life coach, an energy healer, and a spiritual self-empowerment coach. I work with your mind, body, and spirit, mental, physical, and emotional, right? I actually work with your masculine and your feminine energies. And in my readings, you can get lightheaded, dizzy, you can become sick to your stomach, you can get goosebumps. Make sure you take proper safety precautions for yourself and have protective, personal protective equipment, some PPE available. All right, I'm going to get started. If the red dot is at the top of your screen, that means I am live. If the red dot is not at the top of your screen, well, that means I'm not live. So you're catching the replay. Enjoy it. Leave comments. The more comments you leave, the more we can interact as a community together and learn through experience of others. It's called exchanging energy and creating abundance. It's also called exchanging experience and creating knowledge and awareness, right? Growing individually, but growing together. So feel free to get to know each other on my feed, because most of the time I'm not paying attention to my feed. I'm paying attention to the energy coming through, and I'm delivering the message for you. So enjoy this. Let's get started. I'm going to start with the masculine energy, and then I'll move into the feminine energy, okay? Thank you. And I'm going to do an extra card for each today. All right, thank you, Spirit. Spirit guides, angels, and ascending masters, council of light, create that circle of healing and protection, raise the vibration, cast the ego aside. When I say cast your ego aside, that means your mind, the limits of your mind, the doubt, the fear, the anxiety, anything that you have that's resistant to what you are watching right now, drop it. Raise your vibration to gratitude, and let's receive these messages from the higher self with the clearest and highest good for all of ourselves involved, right? This is a collective message. Take what resonates, toss what doesn't. Don't try to put a shoe on that's not yours. Should resonate, as it's a collective energetic message and it's not a personal message. Okay, let's get started. Time to reflect on what we want. What do we want? What do we desire? What are we aspiring to, right? This is reflecting not just what we want, but who are we, right? To our very core. I go over this a lot in my readings, so I do repeat myself. But this is the mirror guardian, where we're all mirrors, right? We're mirroring experiences. That's funny because I said feel free to like engage and entertain each other on this feed and post stuff if you're resonating, because it shares experience, right? You're mirroring experiences, and when people are having the same kind of experiences, we can grow from that together, right? Through sharing the experience. But this is definitely talking about mirroring and looking back and reflecting your strengths, your passions, your desires, where you want to go, what do you aspire to, right? When we reflect, we're not reflecting on past. We're not reflecting on memories. We're reflecting on our goals, what we want, right? Yeah. Reflecting, taking the time to reflect. Now, as you see, she's looking into a pool of stars here, right? Masculine, star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Here's all the stars. So we are definitely reflecting, taking time to reflect the voice of our soul, right? Taking time to reflect what our desires are, what we want, right? Is it still freezing? I can't help that. Either somebody's hacking me or spirits all kinds of in my room. Could be all the above or in yours. And we are in Mercury retrograde, so there's that too. Now this is something like, it's like a constellation of stars. They have a purpose, right? What is that constellation for? What is this for? This is your purpose, your soul. You're taking time to reflect what you want. Yeah. With your soul, not with your head. This is with your heart, right? Absolutely. Divine feminine energies, please. Divine feminine energies, please. Whoa! Divine feminine spitting it out with the masculine here. Taking the lead, the courage, the direction, the power back, right? This is the masculine energy for the divine feminine. So what are we reflecting on? We're reflecting on our ego. We're reflecting on the voice of our soul. We're reflecting on how to clear out the mind, right? Because the mind is where the ego is. The mind is where it tells you you have these boxes, this specific way you have to do things, or it's not right, or it's not good enough, or you're not good enough. All these conditions, right? These terms, these rules and protocols and all these things, that what ifs and maybes and yuck. That's not what we're focusing on, right? We're reflecting on healing this. We're reflecting on our soul instead of our mind. So what's working with this for your intuition is being able to take the lead in your heart space, right? Being able to take the lead there. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That's good stuff. Oh my goodness. Let's get another one. Oh my goodness. You guys have your personal protective. I said divine feminine. I said we were all growing through resilience, right? We're all being resilient to the ego, right? To the mind. This is something that we're doing. When you're taking time to reflect, you're facing the resilience in yourself too. Like, what do I want? No matter where I'm at, I know where I'm at in this map. I know what it looks like around me, but I'm not focusing on that. I'm not focusing on any of that, because I'm going to be resilient and go through all of what I'm already experiencing, because I know what I want and what I aspire to be. So this is using your force, your masculine energy, your power, your leadership, your assertive ability, and your compassion, right? Compassion for self, empathy for others, to move forward in your own direction. No matter what your situation looks like, this is having the resilience to see beyond it. This is being able to move through that resilience, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Take some time to reflect on all of your strengths, how you've got through this shit, right? This is the Mirror Guardian. Take some time to reflect on all your strengths and challenges and how far you have personally come. Recognize yourself. Recognize your gifts. Recognize your desires. Recognize your passions. This is a female angel looking into the mirror of life, and she invites you to witness your own spiritual strength, your own divinity and beauty, and see yourself as the angels do. This mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is being reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the Mirror Guardian helps you recognize that, helps you recognize where you are, where you know where you are. How do you want to feel? What is your desires? How do you want to feel? How do you want to be? Where do you want to go? This is that. You are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now so you can see where you want to go. Is where you are right now where you want to be? No? Okay? Stop acknowledging it immediately. Where do you want to be? That's your focus. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take note of all the recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, and the strengths you have developed in those lessons that you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel are not acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it is due. You do not need outside validation. The parts of yourself that is shamed by others is the very parts of yourself that you need to express with confidence, with your soul. I said confidence. The very parts of yourself that you shame or that others shame about you is the very parts of yourself that needs to be expressed. Amen to that. Hallelujah, church spirit. Most deaf. Yep. She said that shit too. What'd she say? She said that. Heed the message coming directly from your soul. Coming directly from your feelers. It's not something you see. It's not something you hear. It is something you feel. Conviction. You think? Yeah, I think so. The star ancestors was a Native American term for extraterrestrial light beings who were dedicated to the healing and the growth of this world. These incredible beings are divine embodiments of love who bring wisdom from the higher realms. Often people will feel a sense of connectedness when they look up into the sky and see the stars, and it's because they remember their connections. This is something to do with what your soul is connected to, what your soul is craving, this is everything about you. There is a deeper purpose to your human journey, and you know this, and this is why it's time to reflect, because you're feeling it. Not only were you born on purpose, but you have a purpose, and that purpose is being who you are. That part of yourself that you shame, that part of yourself that everybody else shames, that's who you are. And it's only going to empower you and bring abundance when you let that part of yourself fly. Those are your wings. You were born to bring light into the world, and there are supporters out there in this universe sending you waves of energy to guide you at this time. To guide you at this time to go through these experiences so you can be a part of the healing process here. And not just be a part of it, be a leader in it. Information and inspiration has been coming your way recently, and it is not new information. It is memories. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are an awakening aspect of your own soul. Being drawn to something, like you're drawn to it, right? It's an awakening of your soul. But it's not only to light you up, it's to help you light up a corner of the world. You're lighting up a whole corner of the world by being who you are. You don't have to physically do anything for others, but be who you are in your divinity. When you do selfless service for others, it shouldn't be out of obligation. It should be out of love. It should be out of, I want to do this because it feels good. Because it's in alignment with my purpose, with my desire, with my truth, with my essence. Wow, guys. I love this. I love this energy. I feel calm, but I feel assertive, and I feel driven and accomplished. I know what I want. That's what I feel like. I feel like I know. I feel like I know what I want. I feel like it took me a minute to get here. I feel like it took a lot of work, and I have a lot of strength because of this work. I mean, I'm really strong in myself. I actually, because of these experiences, or this particular experience, I have found the deepest part of myself. And it took getting through hell to get there, right? I had to go into hell, to the darkest part of myself, to find that part of myself. And that takes courage. That takes leadership. That takes power. It is time to step forward and lead. Be the leader in your own life. You have more power than you think, and it is time to formally learn more. Enroll in a course. Develop a new skill. Maybe something that's coming through for your spiritual self, right? This is that passion, right? Offer protection to someone weaker than yourself. Take steps to improve your health and vitality. Your health is not just your physical, right? There are 3 compartments in your health. Well, you can say 4, but the 3 compartments lead to the 4th, okay? You have your mental compartment, your physical compartment, and your emotional compartment. You can't put all of your focus into your physical. You can't put all the focus into the mental, like, oh, math, let's do that. Let's avoid. No. If you're putting all of your energy into one specific part of your life, you're avoiding 2 other parts of your life. Why? Because there's something in it you're not wanting to face. Fucking face it! Boom! 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 Get tickets to your own gun show. Bring back the power of self. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah. Reflect, right? This is where you're reflecting. And then you're growing through whatever experience or whatever situation you're in, because you have the focus, you have the want, you have the desire now. You know where you're at, you know what you want, you know where you're going, right? You know what you're aspiring for because it's already in alignment with who you are. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learned my lessons from my mistakes I have made. I stand strong. I am an adult and I act with self-responsibility. It's called self-accountability. It is the accountability of your mother-licking self. Okay? I stand with responsibility. This takes courage. It takes courage to admit when you're wrong. It takes courage to admit when you made a mistake. But you are not learning from that if you're not willing to face it. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. Take the advice. Truth. The truth will set you free. Let there be light. You must take the time to reflect your truth, your actions. What have you done in action-wise that has gone against your own soul, that has gone against your boundaries? Not what other people have done to do it, because you're in control of yourself. And if these other people are doing this to you, it's because you're allowing it. I said it. If somebody else is doing this to you, it's because you are allowing it. Time to reflect. Time to know your strengths. Time to know your courage. Time to know who you are. Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. Getting to like you. This ain't a game. Not at all. You cannot take leadership in other people. You lead through yourself and people follow at their own will. You cannot force free will. That's control. And you don't fall behind because other people are not willing to climb the ladder of self-ascension and self-accountability. Other people's lack of self-awareness and lack of accountability and lack of self-responsibility is not your problem. Not your problem. You're not losing your mind. No. You're forgetting shit because stress can make you do that, But this is serious. Self-accountability, taking the leadership in yourself. Where am I at? How do I feel? Okay, where am I at? This is the reflection. This is the mirror. Where am I at? How do I feel? Okay, I got it. Got it. Honesty with how you feel. Honesty with where you're at. Got it. Got it. Got my position. Affirmative. I know where I'm at. Okay. What do I want? How do I want to feel? Where do I want to be? How do I want to feel? What do I want to create? We're creating. We are creating. From strength, from courage, from passion, from love, from truth, from authenticity, from expression of all parts of self. We are creating a new way forward. In truth, in authenticity, not in a box. No more shoving stars in square holes. taking the time to reflect, please. Tell me about the reflection here. Tell me about the reflection here. Reflecting with truth. Please reflect with truth and see beyond your mind. Go with when you're reflecting truth, you are not just reflecting from logic and reasoning. You are reflecting from feeling. Okay? Logic, where am I at? Right? Logic, where am I at? Why am I here? Right? Feeling, where do I want to be? You can't logically process your feelings. Where do you want to be? How do you want to feel? Time to reflect. Reflect and digest. Reflect and digest the peacock. Reflecting, taking the time to reflect, right? To see where you've gained strength in all of your experiences. Reflecting in all of your experiences. Now, the peacock is the assimilator. It's the digester of all experiences. They're very rare in right now. And this is what we are all aiming for, right? Yeah, it is. You don't have to answer that. I already know the answer. Taking time to reflect. Inner beauty. Compassion. The assimilator of anything. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from a plumage. But the secret to the peacock is that its beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. The adapt creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life. So it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain. Remember what I said, like, you're not thinking about the past. You're not, where am I? How do I feel? Okay. How do I want to feel? Where do I want to go? And then start focusing on that. This is what this is. They don't harbor any of that, not even past pain with its psyche, right? It's not in the mind. The peacock type is extremely rare, and not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of self. Acceptance of self that goes to others. When you can accept yourself, then and only then will you accept others. You are confident and kind. Gaining that confidence, right? To be honest, to move forward in yourself. Gaining that confidence to let out the side of yourself that you shame. Masculine energy there. Tell you what, boom chow. I don't know why they had me go ahead and read that. Let's talk about following the voice of your soul. This is that inside out. Beauty comes from the inside out. It's not something that you do externally. It's something you do internally. What? The bat. Going into the darkness and coming out. This is finding your sensey sensors. This is finding your feely feelers. You don't hunt for what nurtures your soul with your eyes. No. No. You feel it. You feel soul food. You don't see it. Oftentimes, it's in the dark because your mind fears the desire. Because it's like a fear of loss, a fear of pain, a fear of... There's something that your mind does is fear, right? It's logic that tries to reason with the heart. You can't reason with the heart. It doesn't speak your language. You are speaking... I don't even know what kind of language. Some kind of alien language when you are speaking logic to the heart. It's like, I'm just going to shut it off because it's a program that I don't understand. It's not for me. Click. Universal remote, power off my mind. Click. Into the senses I go. Superhero suit activated. Right? Going in, the bat, superhero sensories activated. I'm going into my soul. I'm going into my soul. I'm going to feel my way through the dark. I'm not going to think my way through this motherfucker because I can't see. Logic and reasoning goes with the eyes a lot of the time, right? Like, what am I seeing? What am I hearing? This is all physical stuff, right? You're in the fucking dark. You in the dark. You in the dark night of the soul. Reflecting shit. Well, you can't reflect shit in the dark with your eyes. You are going to have to feel your way through this. Bitch wings and all. Fierce love. No resentment. No, none of that stuff. No shame. No guilt. No past experiences. Just feel yourself. Resilience. Shut the fuck up. I said resilience is what you're using to get through this, your mirror guardian, right? You're going back and you're looking at your strengths through all of your strength that you've gained through all of your experience, right? And then you're using that strength to see your current situation and to be able to see beyond that, to know how you feel, to know what you want. That's where the resilience comes in, right? Look, it's the mirror. It's the mirror. It's the swan. And that I said that goes with the mirror guardian, right? For the feminine energy with the masculine energy here. With the mirror guardian, right? Here's the swan. Self-reflect. Mirroring, right? Yeah. Sweet baby Jesus. Yes. And this is emotions. Imagine that. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that I'd be talking about your emotions right now? What the fuck do I think I'm doing right now? How dare you talk about my emotions? How dare you not talk about them? How about that? When you are resilient through all of your experiences and you gain strength instead of gaining weakness and more mind control, like where you can't think for yourself, you can't move for yourself, you can't feel for yourself, and all you want to do is numb for yourself, that's different. But this is like, I went in the darkness and I felt my way through it. And now because I felt my way through it, I actually have stronger feelings. I'm connected to my intuition. I'm connected to myself. And I know I'm strong. I know I'm brave. Right? Effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, elegant power. The swan represents heightened creativity. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, resides on the back of this graceful creature. Rides on the back of the grateful creature, right? Holy shit. Rides on the back of the grateful creature. The swan is ready to take us there to find the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. Writing, creating, reflecting. What do I want to create? Where do I want to be? What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? How do I want to feel? That's how you create. You ask yourself questions. Probing questions. Probe yourself. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention. It is calling, following the voice of your soul. Your soul is calling you to do this. Holy fuck, I feel it in my throat. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my gut. I feel like I want to throw up. I feel hot all of a sudden, like I'm sweating. Holy shit. I'm having hot flashes. I'm having my own private summer over here. It's a call for solo time! Solo time! An inner voice is waiting to be heard. An inner vision likely will be revealed. Follow the voice of your soul. Damn. And this is... What? What? You mean I have to feel this shit? I'd rather die alone. No, you wouldn't. Shut the fuck up and sit down and look at yourself and say, this is where I'm at and it doesn't feel good or it does feel good. This is what I want. This is what I have. This is where I'm at. This is how I feel. This is what okay. Now, where do I want to be? How do I want to feel? What do I desire to do? Right? That's what this is. You're creating from your own self. Most likely from the part of yourself that does not feel recognized by others. The part of yourself that you feel shamed. The part of yourself that you shame and the part of yourself that is shamed by others is the very part of yourself that you need to let out. Let it out. Let it out. Whew. That is your creative power. That is your whole reason for living, is to be in your truth and to walk your journey. Not in the image created by man, but in the image created by God. And that is the image that you co-create with him. Not the image that other mother lickers want to co-create for you. I think not. I'll go to battle. I will go to war. Come at me. I promise you I will draw my light sword. I promise you, you will not get through me. I promise you. Because I've already gone through shit. Like, you want to see what strength I have? That's what I'm packing. I'm packing some major heat. And not only am I packing some heat, I am packing some passion. And passion will eat your fucking doubt. I will eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and not even think twice about it. Fucking Oreos. I don't care. I'll dip that shit in milk. Soften it right up. Masculine, take the lead. Masculine. Masculine with the feminine energy. This is the feminine energy of the deck. Woo! And they hunt in the dark too, with no fear. They go into the shadows with no fear. They're silent hunters. Believe in your own truth. That is exactly what the tiger does. And the tiger is fire. So this burns through impurities. This will burn through your bullshit. You come in and bullshit, it's going to be disintegrated at my wall. You are going to have to walk through a wall of light. Right? You're going to walk through a wall of light. That wall of light is going to be your light. And your light is going to burn off your fucking fear. And if not, you're not getting through it. Your fear is holding you back. Lunar force, ease into, it's actually not even fear, it's shame of being who you are. It's shame, shaming a part of yourself. There's a part of yourself that you shame. Creative part of yourself that you shame. Lunar force, ease in the darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, at one with silence, because in the silence, in the darkness is where you hear you. It's where you release all the external noise and you hear your soul, your craving, your desire, your hunger. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality and receptivity and devotion are all heightened at the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in this stillness except the awakening of your own power. The awakening of your own power. The awakening of your own power. Through this reflection, through this following the voice of your soul. There is nothing to fear but your own power. If you're afraid of your own power, I need coloring books for you. Please don't be afraid of your own power. It's just on the other side of fear. You have the strength. You have the courage. You have done this. What are you going to build with this? What are you going to build with this? Because eventually you're going to have to take all of these lessons, this strength that you have, and build a future out of it. Plant new beginnings, plant new seeds, build, and build again. Make mistakes and learn from them. It's a part of the journey. It's how you gain experience. It's how you gain wisdom. It's how you gain knowledge. It's also how you gain to know how you feel and how you want to feel, and what you want and what you desire and where you want to go. She said it. This is obviously needing some wisdom here. Step aside, wisdom. Let's go with the angels first. Digesting our experiences as we reflect upon them and gaining our beauty from within. Digesting the experiences, right? Completely aware of self. Taking self-accountability in our own experiences. Taking self-responsibility in our own experiences so we can digest it. Because the more you put the blame somewhere else, no matter what it is, the blame, shame, guilt, resentment fucking game, the further and further away from digesting your truth you become. Just digest the fucking truth. Don't judge it. Don't shame it. Digest it as an experience. It's okay to make mistakes. It's part of growing. It's part of learning. It's part of the journey. It's not a punishment. Shit, you got strength out of that. What's the strength you got out of it? Take that. Take it. It's a new skill you're building here. You know what? Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people you share vision. This is where you're reflecting, because you can, when you reflect, you can actually, you get rid of all the gunk in your head, right? And then you feel with your sensors. You feel when you reflect. You feel where you are. You feel like you feel where you want to go. You feel the excitement that comes from where you want to be. You feel the excitement that comes from your passion. You feel the joy that comes from your desire, right? So you have a decision once you reflect. There's a decision to decide. Now that I see everything, you need to decide that this is in fact what you want. And once you decide, no more swaying. That is what you're going to radiate from the inside out. That is what is going to come from the inside out. There's no stop. There's not a light switch on this thing. Okay? It's all go. Once it's open, it's the floodgates. Feeling the way through your soul. Feeling the way through your soul is calling you. You have a message, you have a passion, you have a delivery. There's something that your soul is calling you to do that is very passionate, that is very desiring, and it's requiring you to feel it. It's requiring you to go into it. Tell me about this bat here. Also a hunter of the dark. This is definitely shadow work here. Damn. Mature, practical, generous, and happy. When you follow the voice of your soul, this is what happens. You nurture yourself and those you love when you follow the voice of your soul. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Even chaos, it becomes more beautiful. You are practical and you're wise and you give wise advice. You become a teacher, right? Without even trying. That's because you followed the voice of your soul, and abundance comes from following your soul. In all of its glory. Tell me about the resilience here and reflecting. Tell me about You have reflected. You have gone through this resilience. You have reflected. You have found your strength. You have found your courage. You have found your courage to set goals, to move, to learn from your mistakes. The world. A very happy ending, a coming a full circle. This is spiritual growth and insight. You have learned from your mistakes. You have learned from your experience. They're not seen as mistakes. They're seen as experience. You have learned from this. You're no longer shaming yourself or blaming yourself or guilting yourself. You're saying, hell yeah, I did that. But because I did that, I know I will never want to do that again. Right? This is what I want moving forward. Because of that action, I now know what I truly want moving forward. Right? Because if I did that action, I obviously didn't know what I wanted. Because if you're doing something outside of something you've committed yourself to, right? Then you're not committed to that. That's not commitment. If you've done something that you're not proud of, it's because you were not your whole self when you did it. And you're seeing it now. You're like, holy shit. You have to be able to take accountability for your own actions. You can't keep pointing the blame game. No blame game. No blame game. You can point out facts, but we're not blaming anybody. Right? We're just accepting. There is no blame and acceptance. It's just accepting the what has is, right? Now, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be? How do I want to feel? Balance. This is that decision. This is that decision. It's important to have balance between your masculine and your feminine energy. It is important to have balance between your logic and your reasoning and your heart and your intuition. It is important to maintain a healthy balance in all of your areas, your mental, your physical, and your emotional. I did talk about this. Like if you are putting too much in, if you're putting all your focus into your physical, you're ignoring two other parts of yourself. If you're putting all your focus into your spiritual or into your mental, you're ignoring other parts of yourself. These are all balanced parts of yourself. Right? This is bringing balance to the masculine and feminine energy, literally holding the yin yang and the infinity symbol right here, right? Balance. And there's an angel sitting there watching him balance this shit out, right? It's important to have balance. When you work multiple projects, or jobs at once, you are avoiding and not making room for fun because you're avoiding. This is something you need to bring balance to. You need to take lead in, and you need to bring order to. Law, justice. Amen. There is something coming in for you. You just have to do what you know is right. Do what you feel is right. Do what you feel is right. I say do what you feel makes your soul sing, right? Not right or wrong. Be aware of yourself. What's the wisdom here, please? I have all these cards, and these ones just keep popping out. Oh, we talked about creativity with the swan, taking you into creativity through your strength, through your courage. Once you go into this, you come out with your creative flow, through your intuition, right? Through the shame part of yourself. Your creativity is a story that needs a voice in the world. This is that part of yourself that you shame, that's your creative essence. A way to be heard. And it has moved into your spirit lodge. It has moved into the voice of your soul. Creativity is a part of your future life. People think creativity is outside of them, like truth or power, but it inhabits you like your own life force and animates your entire being. Creativity is within the crystal palace of your mind. You are about to go on a long journey called your life, and as you travel, you will learn to heal the evil forces of darkness. You will learn to hunt and heal the evil forces of darkness. Hunt and heal the evil forces of darkness in yourself, right? Yes, yes, yes! You are a warrior in the fight against ignorance. Amen. You know what, Spirit? High five! Oh, 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 yes! In the fight against ignorance of self. These dark sorcerers are created within each and every one of us. When we live life of unexpressed creativity, emotional suppression, unexpressed creativity, when we live someone else's truth and not our own, we are our own devil. We are our own darkness. We are our own Darth Vader. Define your own creativity and live the creative world that you aspire to live. This is going into the darkness of yourself. Oh my God, I love when these cards like just literally go hand in hand with the whole reading. Like, shh, spirit. I just had a spirit-gasm. Thank you. Ooh. Yes. I mean, I like, yes, yes, yes. I feel like a Herbal Essence commercial. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Sweet baby Jeebus. Let's get one more. That made me feel a little too excited. I'm a little too excited. I am not taking all of these. You guys got me messed up, but I will read them. Impeccability. A place of truth, responsibility, competence, and intuition. The fight against ignorance. Impeccability. Destiny. What? Your act of power is the key to your destiny. Your act of power is the key to your destiny. Destiny. All right. Like a sacred flute player enticing your truth of spirit out into the light of day. Own your power because you are made of power. An act of power comes from a place of passion within your deepest being. That's why I said bring your fear. Passion's going to burn through that like wildfire. I'm scared of you or your fucking fear. No. You or your fear is not going to tame my wild beast. Promise you that. You in your lack can go right over there and watch this go, ah! Ecstasy! Didn't I just say I had a spirit-gasm? A literal spirit-gasm. Thank you, Spirit. You and I gasming together. We are co-creating fucking awesomeness. Okay. Ecstasy is a buoyant state of joy. Come from creative destiny and impeccability of your own truth. What? I want to clap my boobies together. Like, that's how excited I am. I want to clap my boobs and my hands. I want a full round of applause. One of the finest ways to maintain a state of joyous is to examine the dark side of your being. Examine and digest the dark side. One of the best ways and finest ways to maintain a joyous balance is to examine your dark side. Do you have fears? Do you smell it? Do you smell it? It's holding you back from destiny. Go fucking kill it. And then find your flow. The flower of your being begins to bloom when you move with the flow of your soul. When you move with the flow of your soul, your life. This is a process of letting go and moving your consciousness out of your mind and into your mind body. Out of your logic and reasoning and into the balance of both. Oh my God. I feel it with my body and I agree with my mind. Oh, whoa, yes. Holy shit. Balance. I just felt that. I could just fucking feel it. I could feel it. The structure of your daily spiritual life must be built on a strong foundation in the physical world, like a pillar of the selected shaman stones balanced carefully one on another. Take care of your body through diet and exercise. Express your strength as acts of power. Bring greater awareness to the exchange of each other. Express your strength in acts of power. Acts of power is emotional expression. Acts of power is having the courage to be who you are in opposition of fucking shame. Like, I literally just talked about clapping my boobs together in front of you fuckers. Like, I should be ashamed of myself, but you know what? There's no room for that in passion. I'm not ashamed of shit. Illumination. You want some romance? I want some romance. Hell yeah, I want some romance. Now that I have my power back, fuck yeah. Do not seek romance until you have this power in your life. Period. If you ain't got this power, you are going to be giving more power away. Because you don't have your full power. Don't get into any kind of personal, deeply connected relations until you know what the fuck you want. Who are you? How do you feel? How do you want to feel? What do you want? What's going to make you feel the way you want, right? Do you know? If you don't, it's time to find out. It is safe for you to love. You must open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Your love life is affected by children. This could be you actually have children. This could be how you step into your childlike joy. Are you in this control, or are you in this adventurous state? Are you feeling safe? Like, do you feel safe? Maybe it could be a childhood memory. It could be a childhood trauma. It could be, there's something that has to do with a childhood or children here that makes you feel either safe to love or not safe to love. This is that balance. This is, oh my head and oh my heart and oh my head and oh my heart and oh my head and oh my heart. Oh, fuck. Fuck's sake. Get out of your head. Fuck's sake. Get out of your head. You need to, like, rewire upstairs. Let me set fire to it. I'll burn it. Let go of control issues. I said, get me out of here. I don't want to be in your head anymore. Like, woo! No. I'll come in and wreck your life and wreak havoc everywhere where you try to control shit. I'm like the panther. And you'll hate me for it at first, but then you'll be like, holy shit. Fuck yeah, right? Let go of your control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Naturally unfold. No force. No resentment, no anger, no attachments. Just let it all flow. Flow. Free yourself. Free yourself from this mental cage. Because the unicorn is all about the third eye, the vision, right? The knowing that there's something beyond. This is also the questioning of divinity. This is you questioning your divinity. This is you questioning yourself. This is you getting out of the cage that has kept you in your mind, right? So you can feel your purity, so you can feel your heart, so you can feel your truth. Taking back control of your life and releasing the control that others have, right? New love. New love for self, new love for others. The new love for others comes from the love of self. Also, a new person could stir up your romantic feelings. Just saying. Just saying. New love on the horizon. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful reading here with going within, reflecting your strengths and your courages, overcoming obstacles in your life, following the voice of your soul, and being able to feel who you truly are. Have a great day.